Hey everyone, it's Matt. I'm going to record a new video. I'm going to bring a new band to the channel. I think they're called The Warning. I don't really know much. Let me fix this camera. Uh, 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 oh! The Warning, yes. Hi, The Warning Army, if you're here. Um, so I started reacting to things last week. My channel is very new. Um, if you do have any technical tips, I know there's a lot of people that watch these reactions, help me out. But I found The Warning last January. I've watched a lot of things. Many, many, many things from The Warning. I've seen them live. I'm seeing them live again in New York City, June 11th at Pier 17. If anyone's actually interested, I will eventually make a vlog because I saw another band there on Friday. And, if you want to see the area, I took some pictures, took some videos. I haven't recorded the vlog yet, but hopefully it'll be up this week. Or I've recorded the, you know what I mean. Um, anyway, I was going to wait for Ego to be my first reaction, even though I have seen like fan cam stuff from Pal Norte. Um, and I think Ego comes out Friday. Did they announce Friday? I know they did all the teasers, but I haven't been listening to them. I don't. I want the studio audio to be like a first listen. Um, but they dropped. Well, they didn't drop a radio channel. Dropped something. PNC Live Studio. So I figure with all the reactions that Ego's gonna get, maybe my thing will get overlooked. But maybe that not that many people will react to this, so maybe people will find my channel this way. Um, so, um, yes, I am a new reactor. No, I am not a professional musician. I just like listening to music. We're gonna see how this goes. Any tips you might have for uh, my editing, my audio format, anything like that? Like I'm still new to this. I'm not a tech genius over here. Um, any help, any insight would be great. So let's start this up. The only thing I know about this, I think I saw somebody say that this was acoustic. And I did see, I'm pretty sure it was a fan cam of Kerosene acoustic at Welcome to Rockville. So, but this might be professional. This is going to be a studio, right? Yeah, let's see. Let's see what we got. Ooh, this is going to be a long video. 20 minutes. Alright. This will be the longest video I've ever recorded. It's a nice little studio setup. I just want to look around how long we got until the girls come out. Oh wow, this is a... Alright, I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough at reactions to fill in the gaps before the music starts. So I hope there's nothing... It doesn't look like there's anything important I'm going to miss. So I'm going to skip ahead to when the girls are sitting down.
Hey everyone! Hey. How's it going? Good, good, thank you. It's great to see you all here. Oh man, this place really filled up. Love it. Love to see it. Love to hear it. Alright, so welcome. We are The Warning. And we have some songs to share with you today and some very...
I didn't really look into stuff. Where is this studio? I think they're out on the west coast right now, right? I think I saw videos going up of like Portland and Seattle. Wonder where this is. PNC makes me think of PNC Park, Pittsburgh. but I think they're on the West Coast. Unless they stopped on the way over. I don't remember where they were before. They went to Rockville and, I don't know, somebody fill me in.
A special talk that we're going to be having here with a couple of questions. And overall, we're just very excited to be here. Welcome, everybody. So we're going to start with a song that I hope most of you will know. And if you know, please sing along. All right. 1, 2, 3. Help me now, 'cause I only the bass. When I see the problem staring straight at my face, I wanna kiss it, lick it, make it my own. Wanna take the color till it's faded and gone. Bleeding just to feel alive. I'm rotting.
This is a cool acoustic.
Life is nothing more than past.
I think they played this acoustic at one of the shows last year, 2 years ago. Louder Than Life, is that the one? I love the intensity Danny brings.
I'm running in place, I'm running in place, I'm letting you give me violence, kill the silence, give me violence, kill the silence, till it makes me feel, till it makes me feel, till it makes me feel sick, leave me ruined. Show me that I'm human, till it makes me feel, till it makes me feel, till it makes me feel sick. Sick.
The that riff sounds really cool on an acoustic guitar. I don't remember, like I definitely watched. It's probably a fan cam, right, from Louder Than Life, or I feel like it was something close to Chicago. One of the festivals over there. I don't remember where all the festivals are. And I love how Danny is always brings the intensity, even like, you know, it's just the three of them on this acoustic setup. Pow's just like chilling there. And Danny's like screaming sick. I love that. It's so good. What do we got next?
Thank you, everybody.
Wow, 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 wow. There's something very MTV Unplugged about this, and I love it. Well, thank you three for coming to visit us.
Oh, we
Of
a little interview too.
course. 1029 KUFO was on the air and then wasn't for a couple years, and now it's back. So we're so happy
Yes.
to be able to represent rock and roll in this space. So the three of you have pretty much grown up in front of your audience, you know, making YouTube videos, the Enter Sandman cover that really took off. When you look back at your early videos and your music versus where you are now, do you think anything has changed creatively, or has it exactly stayed the same?
Well, many things have changed. 'Cause
Yes.
we started out as children, so of course we're going to start changing as people. We grew up, basically. But I think there's something really special about having that growth be heavily documented, and like it's all on the internet. You can see us like how we played before. You can see how our technique changed. You can hear our
Which is like the coolest thing about The Warning, that you could literally see their entire journey, which, you know, I have over the last year and a half.
voices change quite literally. But something that has really stayed the same is that we're doing it together.
Exactly.
So that sisterhood is like the ground for everything that we do. It's at the center of everything we do. So that collaboration, that teamwork has just like really stayed intact. And more than anything, I think it has evolved into something that's very beautiful. Because one thing is like, it's our dream to share music, to tour, to like, we're literally living our dream, but to be able to share that dream with your family, the people who you love the most, is something that's very special. So I think that appreciation has definitely grown, but I think it has always been there for sure.
Okay, and I'm not a musician. The most I did, I played saxophone until I was like in seventh, eighth grade. I was pretty good, but I just never followed through. But the one thing I feel like something I guess I share experience wise with them is when I was younger, I used to play rock band. I was older than them when I was playing it, but me, my brother, and my two cousins who like are the same age as me and my brother, we used to play all the time. The four of us, bass, guitar, drums, um, and we're really close with my cousins. My brother and my two cousins were really close with them, um, and even though we've never been musicians, it was definitely like I don't know. I feel like it's always been like a dream of ours to like uh, do something together. It's kind of doesn't it didn't turn out that way, because we were talking about 15, 16 years ago. I'm mid 30s right now, so that's when we were playing rock band. Yeah, in their 20s. I was playing early 20s, college. That's when rock band came out when I was in college. Um, but yeah, so that's like a nostalgic feeling to me. Um, but they like lived it and they made something of it. I think that's really cool, and I think that's part of why I connect to them so much.
It's a very unique experience that I think a lot of us will never have. So because you're sisters, I imagine there's no real way that you can clock out, so to speak. So if something exciting or stressful happens for the band, do you guys process that as bandmates or more like family?
I think
As
the line has really
bandmates,
blurred together, but like
it has blurred, but I think over the years we've really tried to keep it separate as much as we can, because I think it depends on the band thing. Like if it's a bit more personal, then it does blend in as family. But when it comes to, the band at the end of the day, it's work. We really try to keep it there and not make it personal. Like if we're writing or something, like it's never personal or like as family. It really is just whatever we're trying to do is for the best of the band. So we've really tried over the years. It's hard, but we try to keep it separate as much as possible.
We could be in the kitchen and be like, okay, time out. We need to talk about a work thing. Or like, time out. Let's not talk about work while we're eating.
But also, I think with the, how do you say logros? The accomplishments that we have, sometimes we don't fully like celebrate the weight of our accomplishments because it's not like, oh, we have so many, but there's just so many things that are happening constantly that we should like don't
we
take
need
the
to
time
You have accomplishments, pal. You have plenty of accomplishments
to celebrate,
the next
and
thing.
I think that's a moment where we're like, we should celebrate like as family. Like this is a big thing. We should take the time to appreciate each other and say like,
let's go to dinner.
Because as like in a work environment, that's just like your everyday thing. But as a family, sometimes it's like, oh my god, like we're here. That's so cool. But it is a conscious decision to kind of separate as much as we can.
Yeah, you really nailed compartmentalism. I love that. So this is kind of a two-part question, but I mean, it's no secret that rock music is really having like a new wave. And a lot of this huge moment right now is triggered by a lot of younger bands who are already pointing to The Warning as part of that new wave. Why do you think fans, especially younger listeners, are reconnecting with heavier music? And did you ever imagine that you'd help lead that conversation?
Oh my god, well.
I think a huge part of it is that I think younger people are seeing themselves represented on stage right now. I think that for a long time, the only thing that we could see in rock music was like these legacy bands that would seem so far away from the moments that we were living like as children. Like I remember growing up and seeing these bands and they were like these, well, I would say really old bands, but I was like 5, of course they were gonna be old for me. So like Pink Floyd and Queen and all these older bands, they just seemed so far away sometimes. But I think that with the internet, you can see so many people do like your age doing the things that you're doing or that you want to do. And especially right now with this new wave of people and bands doing the rock and roll thing, it's very special. Like yesterday we played with Youngblood, we played in Seattle, and I was looking at the crowd and there were so many like little kids.
Close.
And I was thinking that's either probably their first concert or it's the first time they see somebody near their age.
Yep.
I'm quite
Yeah.
older than kids right now, but still, they see themselves represented on stage, and it's something that's achievable. And there's also a history of, like, if you go back in our careers, you can see us as kids doing that. So I think that people can lean a little bit forward, and also I think other parents can see what our parents did for us, like that support, the like, take your kids to piano lessons type of thing.
Right.
And I think that's being inculcado. How do you say that?
Oh my God.
Honestly, this might be something I cut out. I don't know if I feel like talking about this like on this channel, but like they can't inspire me. I'm too old to do music. I've never done music in my life. But you know, I have a daughter. My daughter's 2 years old, and I'm trying to not push her, but like, hey, you could be into music. You could do music things. I mean, my wife brought her to like a music class a few months ago, and she loved it. She loves music. She sings Kerosene in the back of my car on my way to work every day. It's great. Continuing though.
Taught.
Yeah, it's being
Maybe.
taught a little bit more,
Maybe.
like, like it's being. God,
Embrace.
English is hard sometimes. I'm sorry.
Embrace. Yeah. It's not the exact translation, but
No.
it gets the point across. But yeah.
I love that. That's awesome. So you just released, or you recently released a new single off of the newest album, Kerosene.
Yeah.
Music video rules too if you haven't watched it. With this new album coming out, what can we expect to be different compared to your last one, Keep Me Fed?
We scream a lot more. Well, Pau does.
I learned how to scream.
Yeah,
properly.
she learned how to scream. So now we're using that to our advantage.
A lot more? Oh man, I was thinking that Ego was gonna be like, okay, this is the Scream song. A lot more?
But more than anything, I think this new album will represent a lot more like of our experiences, even at a further like as we start making more music as we grew up, we started becoming more raw and more honest with our own experiences, because as kids we didn't have a lot of, you know, original and unique experiences to write about. So as we start writing more, it becomes a lot more personal, and a lot of things that we kind of have to share of what we've experienced. So this new album, it's just a step forward in that direction of like that makes it different from Keep Me Fed, because we started that with Keep Me Fed, but now it's a lot
Yeah, I
more.
think it's for sure evolved. I think Keep Me Fed was a very big, like, learning experience. It was our first time being on the road and writing with other people and seeing what we wanted to do. And Keep Me Fed was written over like the space of 2 years almost.
Yeah.
So for this album, we like, oh my God, I almost said the name of the album.
Oh.
It would have been
Don't
okay,
spoil
Pal.
anything.
It would have been
This
okay.
new album, we were able to take time off the road. Oh my God, wait, my heart is racing. I'm so scared right now. Okay. We were able to take time off the road and like write.
We would have forgiven
2
you.
months,
We would have
do that
forgiven you.
specifically, and sit down and like fully digest each song and figure out what we wanted to tell in this album. So I think, well, we always think it's our best album to date.
Yes.
But I truly feel so proud of what we did, because it's so personal and it's so raw, and it's also such
LA
a
is
huge
just
step
chill in
forward
this
in the
entire thing.
direction we want to take as artists. It still feels super The Warning, but I think that as we have grown up, we have given ourselves the liberty to explore new styles and new things. And a lot of people, like, we've been a band for 12 years, so I can understand why sometimes people feel very familiar to the things that we did in the past. But I think that's such a lovely part of like growing up as a musician, because you can, like, music accompanies you through those changes. And I think that the space where we are now as musicians and as people is fully reflected in
The
this
music we
new
make, yeah.
album. Yes.
Cannot wait. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
So you mentioned you're on tour with Youngblood. What's been the most fun or unexpected part being out on tour with these crowds?
Ooh, okay. So everyone has a great sense of style. I saw that. Like they're all just
dress
like
up
so
for these
glammed up. I love that. No, they're a very big and nice community. We love having played for all of them. this is gonna be our second show in the US run, so we still have to get to know the crowds over here. But in the UK, they were just like so pumped to be there, and we just love to see a good community that likes to get together to enjoy music. You know, they're all like so connected, and they're open to have more connections through the world of music. So, and we're all for that. We're super happy and grateful to be part of this tour.
Amazing. Well, thank you guys, all three of you, for coming and performing for us and chatting with me.
Thank you.
They got another song. Let's give it up one more time. The Warning.
It's gonna be Kerosene.
All right, guys. So now.
Just so you guys know, I do not have YouTube Premium, so there will be some cuts in this when there are commercials.
Now we have our newest single. Woo!
Yeah.
This volume. This is Kerosene for Everyone.
So I heard the fan cam version, but I'm sure the professional recorded version is going to sound better. I'm excited for this. Let's go.
And all right. Yeah.
Sorry, I just wanted to say I've never done like a stop and rewind thing, but it looked like I don't know anything about these switches on Ale's bass, but it looked like she did something to shut off the sound. Is that what this does? I don't want to go back too far. I'll go back a little bit.
Yeah. You wanna sell what's free. It kills you to be kind, but it's never killed me. I'll say it once, won't say it again. Look in my eyes when you're talking to me. It came out of your mouth, don't try to pretend. Look in my eyes when you're talking to me.
Oh, look at that. Is that a knob or a switch, that one? I think it's a knob. So she just shuts off the volume. Is that what she did? That's cool.
Straight down for me. I see right through you. Spit kerosene. You know you want to say what you mean. Oh, show me your teeth when you're talking to me.
it's so like the contrast. Obviously, when Pau is a full kit, she's rocking out too. But like her and Ale just are both chill in this one, and then just Danny's like going crazy, smiling. She has all this grit in her voice. It's so much fun.
Woo! Thank you, everybody.
So warning, everybody, keep it going one more time. Right. U.S. tour is starting. New album on the way. Youngblood tonight at Moda Center. Thank you all so much.
Gracias.
If you have the white piece of paper with the star, just sit tight. The rest of you, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day and weekend. Thank you so much for coming. One more time for the warning.
All right, I think that's all. I'll let it play to the end, but I think that's it. All right, that's it. All right, that was a lot of fun. You know, the warning is always a lot of fun. I think the only band that I watched so many like behind the scenes and acoustic versions and this and that. You know, it's funny. I didn't realize this was even an interview at all. I didn't think about it. And didn't think it was going to be an extended interview with only two acoustics in the front and back. And let me just switch this over to camera mode. I went in and I was gonna end this video saying, oh, you know, not planning on reacting to behind the scenes or interviews yet, because I don't think I could handle. You know, I'm new to reacting. I don't think I could handle just sitting with my thoughts and not listening to like new music to me. But I think this went all right. Yeah. If you enjoyed this, you could leave a like. You could leave a comment. You could recommend things, but I've probably seen them already from the warning. From here on out, I'm gonna try and not watch things right away, like waiting for midnight, unless I could record. We'll see. Yeah, I would appreciate a subscribe. Like I said, I'm pretty new to this. This is, I think, gonna be my 6th video, 7th, one of those. I'm starting to lose count. If you're gonna see me on June 11th, let me know. I think that's it. Appreciate all you stopping by. I'll see you next time.